The Humboldt Bay Trail is a planned 13-mile-long multi-use trail connecting the two largest population centers in rural Humboldt County, the cities of Eureka and Arcata. The Humboldt Bay Trail South project will close a 4-mile gap in this planned trail network and provide a safe, separated corridor for walking, biking, and waterfront recreation along the most traveled transportation corridor in Humboldt County, Highway 101. The project will also create a new link in the California Coastal Trail and Pacific Coast Bike Route, both statewide goals. Currently, people who desire to walk or bike between Eureka and Arcata must travel the shoulder of US 101 with vehicles whizzing by at highway speeds, a situation that creates a major barrier for the majority of residents in our community from using alternative transportation for work, commutes, local commerce, or enjoyment. The Humboldt Bay Trail South will connect the southern end of the City of Arcata's BayTrail segment to the City of Eureka's Waterfront Trail, both recently completed projects that have experienced high use by families and bicycle commuters alike. The trail will continue south between Highway 101 and the rail line from Arcata's existing trail, past the Brakehead Industrial Park, and then wrap around the levee of a former lumber mill site, providing the first public access to this part of Humboldt Bay. From this levee, the trail will return to the highway and rail right-of-way before crossing Eureka Slough into Eureka on the existing rail bridge using an innovative design to allow for both rail and trail use of this bridge. Once completed, the Humboldt Bay Trail South project will transform local opportunities for non-motorized transportation, providing a safe, separated facility for commuting and healthy exercise that has been sought after for over 2 decades. Travelers between Eureka and Arcata will no longer be forced to view Humboldt Bay from behind a windshield at highway speeds, but will be able to experience the beauty and resources of the bay during their daily trips. Completion of the Humboldt Bay Trail will reduce the number of vehicle trips on Humboldt County's busiest highway segment and improve safety for both motorists and non-motorized users. Since planning began for the Humboldt Bay Trail in 1997, community support, as well as agency collaboration, has grown exponentially to where now the Humboldt Bay Trail is one of the region's top transportation priorities. Local businesses recognize the value of outdoor recreation tourism for rural communities such as Humboldt County and have actively supported the development of the Humboldt Bay Trail.
I've luckily been able to be involved with not just helping push this trail through, but also creating this Humboldt Bay Trail Fund, an endowment fund to keep the trail maintained as it continues on for perpetuity. Along with that, I'm one of the members of a Bay Trail Fund committee. I'm a community rep who gets to help make the decisions on where some of the funds from this Bay Trail are utilized. And I think it's so critical that we have a large community component and not just be a government entity that is making these decisions on what happens with our trails. And that's really the case. I think, yes, it's ours. It's Humboldt County, it's Arcata, it's Eureka, but it's ours as a community.
So I'm really excited about completing the bike trail. It's going to benefit both me as a bike commuter, so I try to bike at least 3 days a week. And right now on my way from Eureka to Arcata, I actually take a longer route so I can avoid being on 101 because it can be so unpleasant. So I think that with a bike and pedestrian only area, a lot more people would bike to work. I also think it would be such a benefit for families. Once the whole trail is completed, families could go on a day ride from Arcata to Eureka or Eureka to Arcata. I bet it would be as full as the 2 separate areas are now.
For me, as a business owner that's focused on bicycles, obviously that kind of draw is amazing. Having people pull bikes out of the garage, come in, get them tuned up, saying, hey, I've heard this is Bay Trail, I want to ride it. Feeling safe, I mean, those amenities not only add to our community, but enable people to experience our community. And I believe personally that they help retention. They help people that are interested in this community, people that move here as professionals. They're more likely to stay with amenities like that. The more opportunities we can provide, the more we retain awesome community members, it's an invaluable resource.
Nature study opportunities on the trail abound along the shores of Humboldt Bay, with expansive intertidal mudflats, tidal sloughs, and brackish habitats where freshwater creeks meet saltwater tides. Humboldt Bay and associated waterways is sacred homeland to the native Wiyot tribe. A completed Humboldt Bay Trail promises to transform the landscape in Humboldt County for a myriad of transportation, tourism, and quality of life benefits.